last time on Entertaining People, we were planning our party. Today, join us as we bring our guests in and the party begins. I'm Porter William, and I've been entertaining, event planning, and cooking for over 25 years. Finally, I get to share my secrets with you. No matter if you have a one-room apartment or a grand-scale estate, we'll learn how to entertain from San Francisco to the beaches of Spain, from menu planning to tablescapes. I'll teach you how to entertain from the heart. From a memory, make a memory. Join me as we entertain the world one table at a time, next on Entertaining People. Jolly ho and cheerio. Our next one up is a deviled ham. Again, all we do is easy stuff here on Entertaining People because it's about making entertaining simple and easy every time in your home. I just have some deli sliced ham, nice and thin. Oh, I don't know, there's probably about a cup, but I'm gonna break it up in the bottom of my little mini food processor. Love these little guys if you don't have them, by the way. Again, just like the egg salad, the base is just gonna be some ham and a couple tablespoons of mayo. I am gonna put just a little bit of horseradish in this and a little bit of Dijon. So let's get our mayo in there. Not a fat-free meal. High tea was certainly not made to be necessarily healthy, but what it really was that the British only ate 2 meals a day. And so they got a meal early in the morning, the famous British breakfast, by the way, which are the wonderful eggs and the bangers and the skillet fried tomatoes. And then they ate late in the day, and actually, as the story goes, as I understand it, there was a young lady who was royal, and she would have her servants sneak her little bites and sips of tea at around 4 o'clock because she was so weary from the long day. So what started out as basically the peasant's fast food snack in the late afternoon turned out to be this thing where she began throwing tea parties. And even today, 300 years later, people throw tea parties all the time. Not these kinds of tea parties. They might be at nightclubs, they might be at churches or social events. So anyways, we're just going to do our quick chop. And then a full grind. That's it. That is as quick as ham salad, deviled ham needs to be. Take that off your processor. And we actually do keep the butter on the bread with this ham. It really is a personal choice, so I'm just going to take our wonderfully deviled ham. Now look at that. That's how, not out of the can. It's so simple. There's no reason to buy that out of the can. You can do it yourself at home. Anything that's left over, anything that's left over, you can just have for later in the week. Okay, we're gonna do our spread. Set that around. I know we're all gonna enjoy that a little bit later. Again, right to the edges, always to the edges, and I'll show you why. So we have 1, 2, 3. You notice how working on the same cookie sheet really is easy. It keeps your counter clean, everything's contained, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna just stack everything up so we can put it with your guest. All right, there are our ham sandwiches. We're gonna just butter the top. Let's make this one extra thick. I think I'm gonna sneak this one for me. We'll set that one over here, and one more. Okay, so our hams are going on. Where's the fatty? That's mine. That's gonna be Porter's ham sandwich for after the show, after my guests take off today. This is a watercress sandwich, and I want to show you these great new products that actually have the roots growing from them. Is that freshness or what? I'm going to take a nice big bunch of that watercress. I'm going to put it on my block now. Watercress are these beautiful, beautiful petals and leaves. I don't want to damage that, and if we chop them, then they're going to bruise. So just, this is the time where we kind of have to be a little delicate. We're just going to want to put those watercress petals right on the edge of the sandwich. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Right on your cookie sheet. And we'll put that last one in. I'm going to move these flavors off my board, my ingredients. Have all of my sandwiches in the exact same place. And now we're going to start the cutting process. So I'll start right up here, and you can stack these if you like. If you'd like to speed up things in the kitchen, there are 2 ham sandwiches. Watch me go right down the edge to take that off. And I like to turn it and pull it a little bit closer to me. Crust coming off, and you can see the color of the sandwich coming through. Those are really good scraps. And if you've got kiddos around, throw them in a bag and they can have it when they get home from school. They're certainly good enough to eat. So here we go. We're going to go right down this beautiful triangle. I'm using a nice serrated knife. Pick it up with your hands. Just turn that right north and south. Anybody can do that. And again, with your fingers right through there, trying not to tear the bread. And then let's lay our beautiful ham in. Let's do our watercress. They're going to go onto our board. We've got 2 more to go. Our egg. Last sandwich out, butter sandwich, of course, is the cucumber. 2. We're going to split those apart. 3, 4. Let's find some room for these guys. Everybody in. We don't want anybody not picked for this team. 5. And you know what? Quick little cucumber. That's exactly what we want. It's buttery. It's crispy. You go through the soft bread into the butter. You grab that crunchy, ice cold cucumber. It's a great flavor. When we come back, I'm going to do a quick sandwich that was not inspired by the British. I learned it in Denmark. It's a smoked salmon on a little light toast. But before then, what's it all about here today? It's about high tea. Beautiful tea leaves right here on Entertaining People. Don't go away. We're coming back. We're going to finish this up. On Entertaining People, we are always cooking in real time, and we just did these beautiful, beautiful classic British scones. They came out of the oven, no problem. We have our tea sandwiches ready. We have homemade deviled ham. We have an egg. We have the classic watercress and butter sandwich, and we also have the beautiful crunchy cucumber. I'm Porter William. This is making high tea hip here on Entertaining People. I want you to do this for a friend, for a colleague. Have a tea, it's really great. This week on Entertaining People, we're making high tea for the elite hip, bringing it right home to America so that you can entertain the world one table at a time. Today on Entertaining People, it's high tea made hip, from Hong Kong to the classic American pot to the beautiful British. Don't miss this show. Last sandwich in has nothing to do with high tea. I used to spend a lot of time in Denmark when I was just out of high school, and I learned these amazing open-faced sandwiches. If you take the ferries from Sweden to Denmark, or anywhere actually, it's like a long cafeteria line of just beautiful herrings and salmons and different things. This recipe, basically, if you're a fan and you've been watching Entertaining People, has been done before. We did it for our awards night ceremony as a high-end hors d'oeuvre, but it's going to work perfectly here. I just start with some store-bought pumpernickel or rye, these beautiful little squares, lay them out on a tray. And what I've done here is I've got just about, probably about a half a cup of sour cream, and we're going to add seafood. So horseradish and seafood go very, very well together. This is just a little bit of salmon. I'm just going to mix that up so that I have not just a sauce, but also a plateau that helps my salmon stick. It's just about that consistency, nothing runny. Real simple, just grab each one of these, and back to that assembly line theory. You want to be quick, you're entertaining. Now this cannot wait. You'll need to do this little tea sandwich right before you serve it, because the horseradish and the sour cream will indeed make the bread soggy. Your guests are going to bite into that, and they're going to feel like they're biting into a really tasty sponge, but that's not what we're after. If you attend a high tea in one of the great hotels of the world, or I'm sure some of the great homes, I've never really had the pleasure, they'll have a service staff that takes care of you, making sure that everything is just perfect. I have some lovely Nova Scotia smoked salmon. You can see that on my blade, the pretty orange. That's exactly what we're after. Now, salmon pieces can be a little chewy, and this is supposed to be a bit civilized, so I'm just going to cut off nice little ribbons, put them on top, and just do a quick little fold over with my salmon. You can expect that each guest will probably have 1 to 2 of each of the little sandwiches. Again, this isn't a big meal, it's just something to kind of hold you over. It looks like we need 2 more. Look at that beautiful pink salmon. I love how this stuff is available, all shingled and tiled in lovely little plastic wrappers. You can see its freshness or the depth of its smokiness through the cellophane. If we want to get even more fancy, we can slice a cherry tomato and just rest that right on the side of each one. I like that, kind of a last minute idea. I think it brings some color. That's perfect. And I'm going to repeat a flavor that's in another one of our sandwiches, only for the purposes of color right now. I see a lot of oranges and reds, but to me, this is just screaming a little bit of green. Here are my mandolin cucumbers. I'm going to just grab me a quick stack, slice them in half, and I'm just going to stand those up right there, kind of in between the orange and the red of the salmon, but anywhere you can get that into the cream, it's going to be just fine. Look at that, it looks like you went to culinary school, which I've never been to. I think this would be fit for a king, if not a British queen. Look at those lovely, lovely Danish sandwiches that I'm serving at tea time here. The traditional service for high tea is a typically 2-tiered or 3-tiered vessel, and because of course budgets are always tight in your home and entertainment is not about having something new every time, you saw this on our awards night episode just like you saw the salmon. I'm going to show you how we can reuse these items, pull them from your prop closet, that's what I call it. I'm always digging in looking for new things to serve with, and I want a mixture. The first thing I want them to see is definitely some color, so I just want to start with our salmon right on top. I think that looks beautiful, knowing that their flavors are going to kind of reach for the savory, and then why not give a little bit, or how about our ham sandwich? There's our ham. And then let's get some green on there. Let's do some watercress right next to that. Make sure they're not going to fall apart. When these come out of the refrigerator, they're going to be perfectly chilled. I love that, you guys. That is looking perfect. And then let's go to some sweets. We've had the store help us out on some really great cookies, some sprinkles, some chocolate. I'm just going to symmetrically move across the platter. The reason why I want to do that is people are going to be sitting around the platter, and you want them to be able to reach out and either serve themselves or have the server give them savory or sweet from either side. So we kind of want twin towers, if you will, symmetrical process going on right here. Let's add our great scones. We'll do 2 there. Move those over. 1 more there, and let's move into, how about our egg salad in between? I'm liking that. I'm wanting some color on the front of that. Oh, there's that cucumber again. That came out beautifully. I'm going to set that right there. And our ham. And just do a rotation. What I would do is probably 2 sandwiches next to each other, making sure that the color is all evident. And let's move back to our salmons. It's looking great. It is looking like a professional hotel high tea, or one that may have been had in a private house, a stately house. I'm hoping to just do it in your house. When you meet Susie and Yvonne, you'll see that we're just hanging out downstairs in the family room in a corner. Just convert any corner of your home to a place where you can sit down, even the kitchen table. Of course, classic are the beautiful British shortbreads. Can't go without those. We're going to try to squeeze those in. So follow me through. You can see how our whole selection of sweet and savory are coming together. Another scone up front. I got 3 candle votives. And the first one, I'm just finishing with a berry jam. Now this is a current, store-bought. If you'd like to take the time, go ahead and do that. But I'm just simply dropping that in. It looks like that candle votive that I took and ran through the dishwasher was just made to carry this. And then I actually keep a whole Tupperware of miniature knives and spoons and forks around. They're so inexpensive if you buy them at a discount store. We'll set that out. And the classic coming in is lemon curd. Maybe on another episode we'll make a homemade lemon curd, but on this one, the store-bought versions are so good that there's no reason not to use a beautiful, if you've not had lemon curd, it tastes like you just bit into a lemon right off the tree and then put a sugar cube in your mouth. This is going to be gorgeous, wonderful. It's going to be perfect on those scones. Use your edge of your spoon, wipe that up. And let's go ahead and add another little vessel in there. So just for fun, I'm going to present out to you my lemon curd. Here is our clotted cream that we worked with earlier. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm going to put a little vessel in there. And our last thing will be our currant jam. I'm going to see you downstairs where you meet Susie and Yvonne. This is Porter William, Entertaining People. For all these recipes, you can go online to entertainingpeople.com. But don't go away because the party is just beginning. I'll be right back. Today on Entertaining People, it's high tea made hip, from Hong Kong to the classic American pot to the beautiful British. Don't miss this show. The entire series of Entertaining People is now available on DVD. To order, go to entertainingpeople.com. From paella parties to formal dinners, brunches to beach parties, the menus are endless. This series is a perfect gift idea and a great reference tool, so you can throw all the parties we do on the show in your own home. Log on to entertainingpeople.com and click on DVD or email dvd@entertainingpeople.com. This week on Entertaining People, we're making high tea for the elite hip, bringing it right home to America so that you can entertain the world one table at a time. For those of you who have been with us all morning, we've brought high tea back home, and I just came in my jeans. I was going to tease them in a butler's vest, but I thought I'd just unbutton it because that's exactly what we need to have happen in your home. High tea is a great time to just relax at the end of the day, and I'm going to be taught a few things. So the first thing I understand, it is okay to bring the kettle from the stove.
Absolutely.
Let's fill your pot. Let's start. And would you hand me the pots, or you put the tea in
then
first?
Then we would put the tea in first,
okay.
And typically 1 teaspoon per cup.
Per cup. That's the golden rule.
That's the golden rule,
yeah.
And then we will do 1 extra teaspoon for the pot. That's
1 for the cup and 1 for the pot.
pot.
I love that. That's great. And then I'm going to right off the stove.
Perfect. And boiling, of course.
Yeah, and we got a good steam on that.
Yes.
That should do it. Well, I want to show you these great new products. These are fantastic little tea, little pockets of tea. And there's you grabbed a green, I grabbed an orange one simply because my mother drank orange flavored tea her entire life, and she'd probably kill me if she saw me in these jeans, which she will. We have homemade deviled ham. We have an egg. We have the classic watercress and butter sandwich, and we also have the beautiful crunchy cucumber, and then that salmon that we made with the creme fraiche, sour cream and horseradish base on that. Lovely. And look, Susie, I know you're British, I actually made a homemade scone this morning.
So impressed.
It was so easy. You have to watch it.
So
I think you give everybody a plate.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to give you that one. Would you hand me that brown one over there?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll trade. And now some people take cream.
Yes.
Some people take tea. And is it okay to just help yourself?
Absolutely.
Well, everybody, let's just reach in. Where's our tea strainer?
We have our tea strainer right here.
We have our British strainer.
And we have a little bowl to put it in afterwards.
So I'm going to just pour for Yvonne. Tell me when we're down there. There we go. Yvonne is all set. Thank you so much.
Thank
now
you.
You're going to need that because you have the loose tea. And then, of course, the ultimate question is the finger and the teacup, right? Now, in Asia, grab that cup for me. It's very simple, right? But on the other side of the globe, they did it differently, and I understand that. Now, do we hold our saucer?
Correct, but actually the original teacup, the 18th
Yes.
century European teacup, did not have a handle.
It didn't have a handle.
It was exactly like
It wasn't the pinky for the balance.
Yes.
The pinky was actually for the balance. So
Yes.
we're learning a lot as we go here on Entertaining People.
The British way is to put the cream on the scone and then put the jam on top.
Look at that beautiful color. These are the, Susie, these are votive holders. And I ran out of serving vessels, so I just made our candle votives in the
Wonderful.
vessels. Great
Just
little
wonderful.
simple ideas. Clotted cream for you, my dear. That they didn't have. They had in Hong Kong, but not in China for sure.
No.
And how about some lemon curd?
I love salmon.
Okay. And this is the biggest chef's cheat in the world. If you can buy pre-made lemon curd, you are going to be a rock star at your tea party. Today on Entertaining People, it's high tea made hip, from Hong Kong to the classic American pot to the beautiful British. Don't miss this show. The entire series of Entertaining People is now available on DVD. To order, go to entertainingpeople.com. From paella parties to formal dinners, brunches to beach parties, the menus are endless. This series is a perfect gift idea and a great reference tool, so you can throw all the parties we do on the show in your own home. Log on to entertainingpeople.com and click on DVD or email dvd@entertainingpeople.com. This week on Entertaining People, we're making high tea for the elite hip, bringing it right home to America so that you can entertain the world one table at a time. I need to start drinking tea again. Boy, I've forgotten how wonderful that is. All these recipes and all the information you need to throw your own tea party in your own house, whether it's a formal high tea or high tea kind of hipped out like we're doing today, is all available at entertainingpeople.com. I'm Porter William, here with great friends. I want to thank you for joining us on another episode. Until next time, I'm Porter William. Join us when I entertain the world one table at a time. It's tea time. Cheers. One more time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely.